We are outside. Okay, do not mind the messy garage. We are still in the process of making this just a baller man cave. We've got so much fish and junk everywhere. And a door that kind of closes. Alright, that'll work. Mr. Buddy Heater supplies a Stephanie, an air fryer, and a normal fryer. And most important, shore lunch. Okay. Alright, this is the studio right here. This is a very professional studio. This is basically the same kind they film the weather with, they film news interviews with. It's just...
Today there's a chance of snow, with a little bit more of a chance of fish.
Okay. Okay, no, maybe. Close quarters. Close quarters. Okay.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode. My name is Sam Sobi. This is Stephanie. You've seen her on the channel many times before, but if you haven't, this is Stephanie. And we're doing kind of a cool, unique video today. Normally, we're out on the lake chasing cool bites, especially ice fishing in the winter.
Oh, yeah.
But a little bit different bite today. We're doing kind of a at-home challenge, air fryer versus deep fryer. So we eat fish all the time, especially in the winter. Like in the summer, we're mainly bass fishing, but in the winter, we're catching a lot of panfish, and we do a lot of catch and cooks. And traditionally, we always make it with either Shore Lunch Cajun, Shore Lunch Original, these are our favorites.
Or a beer batter.
Or beer batter, we use beer batter a lot. And we either make it in the oven, or we make it in a pan with oil, or we make it in a deep fryer. But for Christmas, we got an air fryer. So that's kind of what we're going to be testing out today. Talk to me about the air fryer.
It's like a convection oven. It's like, it surrounds the food with like really, really hot air, and you don't have to use a lot of oil with it. It's actually like, you don't really use any oil, and then that versus that, which is more unhealthy versus just air. So
well,
that's what we're going to try.
That's what we're trying. The cool thing is we don't know much about the air fryer. We've read directions. Yeah. We've made a few things in it, but like I haven't cooked with this a lot. I've cooked a lot with a deep fryer. We know how this works. We kind of know how this works. But the main thing that I'm trying to do today is I'm trying to make fish my two favorite ways, Cajun style and original style, shore lunch. But I just kind of want to see the differences between doing it straight up in a deep fryer versus the air fryer. We're going to kind of walk you through how to make fish in a deep fryer and how to make fish in the air fryer. And I'm sure you guys have probably done the deep fryer a lot before, or maybe you've never cooked before in your life. Either way, we're going to kind of walk you through our full process and then do an unbiased taste test. I'm going to tell you the good and the bad, the ugly about the air fryer because, like we said, we've made very little in
And
here
if you guys have tips or tricks, please comment below because we, like Hugh said, we're newbies with this one. So, like, we're really kind of just doing the basics of what we know.
Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. Air fryer versus deep fryer, our favorite way. Shore lunch, Cajun style, original style. Let's get it. All right, so we have original recipe right here. We have Cajun recipe right here. Basic essentials you just need for shore lunch is an egg or a glass of milk, some fish, and the batter, and that's all it. Basically, we're just gonna scramble up a couple eggs here, gonna make an egg bath, put the fish in the egg bath, then place it right in here, coat both sides evenly, and then throw it in the air fryer and throw it in the deep fryer. Easy enough, right?
Easy enough.
All right, let's beat some eggs. What happened?
I got an eggshell in there. It's crispy.
I thought you were a master cook.
I never said that. You said that.
Okay, Stephanie just finished the egg bath there. Key ingredient I forgot, a fresh lemon. You don't need this, but I love fresh lemon on my fish. So as soon as the fish is done, we're gonna put that on. Okay, now what?
Next steps. We dry off the fish a little bit because they're kind of really, really wet. So trying to get some of the excess water off so then we can dip it into the egg and then into one of the batters.
Perfect. And as far as time commitment goes, the air fryer is not on. It's completely off. It's plugged in. That doesn't need to warm up. The deep fryer, we just started the oil in there. So we used a full jug of peanut oil. You can use vegetable oil. You can use canola oil. You can use a bunch of different stuff. We use peanut oil. It stays really hot. We're putting this in there. And how long will that take to warm up? Probably.
Well, we just started it probably like 3 minutes ago. So I'm thinking at least 10.
So these are crappies we got a couple days ago. I'm very careful when I go through my panfish. I flay them traditionally just with a normal knife. I don't use an electric knife, even though those work pretty slick. I go through, I wash the flays, and then I go back and I feel every flay, and I cut out any little bones that I feel. I kind of cut out that middle section right there. And usually I cut the flays off on the thicker side and the thinner side. I put all the thin sides together, and those are like nice little fish nuggets. And then I do the thicker sides together, and those kind of cook evenly. Those are a little bit thicker. So one thing that we do too is when I put these fillets in the batter, this batter is really good, and you want it to stick to the fillet well. The egg helps that, but also if you push batter in there with your fingers and kind of mush it down on each side, that helps the batter stick to it really, really well. And that's just gonna make for a little bit more flavorful, crunchy fish. And I'm dumping back in. Here we go. Money.
What batter did we use the first time?
Original. That looks done. It's done.
Yeah.
Nice, that's done. Okay. Deep fried piece of fish is out. It looks super good. Air fried piece of fish.
Okay, deep fried's gonna be on this side. Right side?
Okay.
Deep fried.
Air fried.
Air fried.
Okay, this one has a little bit darker color.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a little lighter. That's still crispy.
It's still crispy. It's just a little lighter. I don't think we
Yeah.
got the oil brown.
I feel like this one feels a little bit crispier. This one feels a little more mushier, but it still has a crispy outside. Lemon on the top. Okay, now we taste test it. Air fried, deep fried. Let's both try the deep fried right now.
Okay. That looks really, really hot.
Looks hot, but it looks good. Very good. It flakes off on the inside.
Yeah.
It's very crispy on the outside.
Yep.
Short lunch cakes right to it. It's money. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Very, very good.
Okay, clear your palate.
I'm not done.
Now, air fried. I'm excited. I've never had air fried fish. It's hot.
Still flakes off.
It does seem flaky on the inside. Mmm.
It's got a little crisp on the outer side, but it's a little softer on in the middle. Like this one had a little bit more crisp all over. This one had more on the outside.
That's good. I feel like I can taste the batter a little more in this one.
Yeah. Versus the oil.
Yeah.
Not that the short lunch takes on a lot of oil, but it's just like...
That's kind of good.
Yeah.
I might be able to taste more flavor in the air fry, where this is obviously amazing. You could deep fry a shoe and it would probably taste good. But I can taste flavor in this, but I feel like I might be able to taste more flavor in the air fry. I'm excited to try Cajun next, because Cajun is a little bit more potent batter. It's really good. It's one of our favorites, but it has a lot more flavor than original. Original's awesome. Everybody loves original. If you like Cajun style stuff, you'd love Cajun short lunch. So let's throw that in there really quick. I'm gonna throw one piece in here and get this rolling. I'm gonna grab the camera, bring it around, and I wanna show the people how you use the air fryer.
Okay.
Or should we do vice versa? After you put it in the air fryer, then we should put it in.
How about we do the air fryer first, because this one takes longer.
Okay.
Right?
I'm grabbing the camera. Hold on. Run through how you cook fish in an air fryer.
Okay, so originally when it's off, this is like just because I put the basket in. So it's off right now. All you have to do, hit power. I set my temperature. I did 385. And then I'm gonna do, it starts off at 15 minutes. I'm gonna go down to 4 minutes. That's what we found was good. If you leave it be, then it'll start the air fryer. And you'll hear.
You don't have to press start or anything.
You just hear it turning on.
Okay.
Right? Very like child safe, I feel like. I would, if I was like an 8-year-old, I'd definitely make some pizza rolls in here and it'd be like perfect. You wouldn't have to worry about like burning yourself. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, what I did last time, get some of that stuff out here. So it's only dirty because we made that fish in here. We grease the pan just a little bit. Some people use like a little sprayer bottle of oil. We don't have that. I just have a giant brush.
Oh, I feel like that's good. That works. You
like
just kind of brush it quick.
Yeah, you just brush it quick.
Brush it or spray it.
Yeah, as long as you have a lot of batter on here, which...
Can you put it anywhere in the basket? Or?
Anywhere in the basket.
Okay.
I usually try and avoid that circle spot just because it's going to make it really difficult for me to try and get it out later. Try and lay it flat, right?
Sure.
You can sprinkle a little more extra batter in here. And then what I did last time and what I found, yes, this is just a little bit of that peanut oil, but it's just enough to like get it a little damp because I don't want it to be soggy and mushy, but I want it to get a good crisp on the top. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I feel like that's,
normally,
as far as oil goes, that's a lot less than having a whole gallon of it right there. So like, okay.
Yeah. And then it also is like people spray it instead. So like I just brushed the bottom, people just spray the top of it. Like,
okay.
That's what you normally do. Okay.
Then you push that in.
So now that we have that in here, we could lay a whole bunch of different fillets in there. We don't just have to do one. I'm gonna set my temp. I'm gonna set my time.
385.
4 minutes. Leave it.
Okay, leave it. And then we're gonna flip it.
Yep. And then we flip it. After the 4 minutes, it'll beep. It'll tell me when it's done. And then I pull out that basket, and then I'll show you what happens next.
Okay, it's been 4 minutes.
It's beeping.
Show me it.
Side one. Okay, so now we oiled the fish, and now I'm gonna put that back in after I flipped it, and I'm turning it back on, getting it back up to that 385. And again, I think this thing would like be able to like preset our fish to however we want it to be. Like our temperature
The more we
is
play
already
with
there,
it, we can
but like
probably...
we haven't figured that out yet.
So you're doing 385.
385 for 3 more minutes.
Okay. So,
Since that's on,
yes. Okay.
now we're gonna start the oiled one because this one usually is fairly quick when we put it in there, right?
Yeah. That oil's hot.
It's hot.
Dump that Cajun sucker in there.
All right. This is a big, big fillet. Look at that. Oof.
Nice. Oh, and look, our friend Cole is here. How are you doing today?
Not too bad.
How many fish did you catch to keep tonight?
I kept one.
One bluegill.
Nice.
So the bite was that good, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty groundbreaking.
Most you caught all year?
I don't want to talk about it.
So I'm flipping this one because it looks awful brown on that one side, and it kind of gets, when you're deep frying fish, it kind of gets to be like a little curled up almost when you're frying them. So it's not like it's like flexing when I'm grabbing it with the tongs. It's like a stiffer piece. That's how I know it's kind of set and crispy. So then I can flip it to get the other side a little bit more brown, and then it'll be like maybe a minute on this side, and it'll be golden.
Air fryer done. This is
Air fryer
Cajun.
done. Cajun air fryer.
How does it look texture-wise? I guess we'll see it in a sec.
I broke it, sorry.
You broke it? Okay, it's flaking off. So it's not overdone for sure.
No, yeah, it's definitely crispy. Like you can see, it's like stiff. Like it's not gonna like flex, obviously this piece, because I kind of hit it with the tongs a little bit. But like it's flaking off. It's crispy on the outside. It's not gonna flex and bend, right?
Let me feel it.
It's definitely crispy.
Yeah, it's crispy.
It's definitely like a crispier. It's just not as oily.
Is this done?
Left is gonna be on that side.
That's gotta be done.
It is done.
Bingo! Yes! Look at how crispy that sucker is.
Now I will give you this. It definitely looks better coming from the deep fryer because it's got a little bit more golden brown.
But I'll give you this. This is probably much healthier than that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of oil probably stuck within that fish, and on the air fryer, it's really just cooked. It's not. It's not ripping with oil.
I'm really, really excited to see if you can taste the batter more in this one versus this one.
Okay, let's lemon these suckers and then let's taste test them. Shore lunch Cajun style.
This is my favorite.
Deep fried versus air fryer. This is Stephanie's favorite batter for sure.
That's gonna be really, really hot, so we might want to try with the air fried. You taste the batter so much in this one.
Okay.
Like that's spicy. That's amazing.
Air fried first. That's got major spice.
That's got
really
a lot of good flavor.
Deep fried.
Also flaky.
Very flaky.
Very crispy.
Much more crispy.
That kind of kills the flavor of it. Not like crazy.
No.
You can still taste the flavor.
Not near as much.
Not near as much.
Wow. Final thoughts on air fryer versus deep fryer.
I still love deep fried more, but for how convenient and how much I could see myself whipping up a batch of fish in the oven or in the actual house, I definitely would use this. I wouldn't go for like you and I would say we could definitely just use the air fryer and it'd be a lot quicker and it'd be super nice.
One thing I was surprised about is I feel like the air fryer held more of the flavor of the batter. So if you guys have a really good batter mix, or you love Cajun style, or you love original, or there's a specific batter that you really love or mixture you love with your fish, that'll be held more and it'll show more in the air fryer.
Yep.
But at the same token, the deep fried fish, it's so crispy, it's so flaky, it's so good. I love this. Like you said, if you're making a bunch of fish for a lot of people, this can cook a lot of fish
100%.
fast, but it's extremely messy. I don't know how well you can see this, but there's grease everywhere. We're not the cleanest people when we're cooking either. We're throwing stuff everywhere. Like, this is a big mess. If I want to have fish on a more consistent basis, I feel like air fryer 100%.
Yeah.
It's super tasty, it's just not convenient, and it's kind of gross. And this is probably much more healthy.
Yeah.
But
It's not gross.
no, like gross as far as the
Like
mess it
mess
makes.
wise, yeah, I
it's
get you.
it's good. You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
Okay.
Either way, thank you guys for watching this episode all the way through. I feel like that was a pretty unbiased opinion of a fryer versus air fryer. We're still learning how to cook in here, so I think we're gonna do a lot more taste tests or more catch and cooks in the air fryer once we figure out the best temperature with the best timing.
Batter wise, like how much we should put, if we should dredge it twice an egg, like making it a little crispier. You never know.
Yeah, we'll get much
We
more
have a
dialed.
lot more stuff to try.
Either way, we love catching fish. We love making fish. Thank you guys so much for watching the video all the way to the end. Make sure you check out Shore Lunch. Huge shout out to Shore Lunch for supporting the channel and sponsoring this video. We really appreciate them. They're a staple. If you guys have never heard of Shore Lunch, you live underneath a freaking rock. I'll link it down below. And Stephanie says, get Cajun.
My favorite.
Yeah. So,
Any better.
thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it. I guess there's nothing left to be said, then stay tuned. And as always,
Love you a bunch.
see you.
It's a bluegill.
That's your one fish you caught.
No,
That's
not
all you
caught.
can eat.
That's what I kept.
Sure.
Selective harvest.
Okay.
Oh my pretty baby.